right, hello people. Welcome back to Torn from the Pages. We are back. We're excited. We're kind of giddy. We've been giggling all this time, going through some tech stuff, and just building some camaraderie. All about lingo. Anyways, so I'm Joel, the DM. Tonight, I'm going to go bottom, or I'm going to go totally reverse order than I usually do. So, tonight we have Dan playing as Varen. And we got Courtney playing as Vezrin. And we got Jesse playing as Fennel Farfoot. And Jeb playing as Tanith. And May playing as Nemesine. Hello, and we've made a transition from Candlekeep to Baldur's Gate. And so the adventurers are currently in Baldur's Gate. They've been commandeered, so to speak, to be part of the mercenary group, the Flaming Fist. And Captain Zodge has given them the job of contacting a spy that is located at the Elfsong Tavern. Do the players have any info that they want to add from last session?
My notes read something to the effect of, we met some new friends outside a bookstore. Varen's perspective, writing in his journal. Their friend was inside and they were worried about him, so my sister and I decided to approach them. They did not approach us. We approached them. And we decided that perhaps we should infiltrate this building together because there was something not right about this situation. We'd been given some information that led us to believe that the proprietor of this establishment was a ne'er-do-well of sorts that needed straightening out. And unfortunately, innocent bystander, Ben, had already found his way inside and needed to be rescued. He didn't need to be rescued, but that is what we thought. So turns out these individuals were not mere creatures or humans as we thought. They were some strange creature. We tussled with them briefly, lit some of us on fire, flooded the room, and then we called a stop to the combat in an attempt to do some negotiation instead. Fen went and talked to them for a little bit, gained some information from the back rooms, and then came back out, and nearby we discussed what we learned, and I decided to use my wild shape to become a very small spider and back in and learn what we could. We learned that there is a cult or a group known as the Dead Three who were involved with the individual somehow. Deciding to retire to a nearby establishment for some beverages of sorts. We ran into Captain Zodge. Was that his name?
Correct.
And he, what's the word? Conscripted us into assisting him. He offered to basically give us like political immunity, diplomatic immunity, effectively, if we could go like be his hand and rough up some people and figure out something about the Dead Three. There's a Bane, Ball, and a Myrtle is what I've written down.
Mm-hmm.
They're a cult of some kind.
Urkel?
Yeah.
That guy.
Like Moaning Myrtle? That's what I wrote down. That sounds wrong, right?
I think it might be Urkel from Family Matters.
I think what he does is
yeah.
animates a bunch of undead bodies and then goes, "Whoops, did I do that?"
Perfect. And then we were on our way to... I don't know actually if we were on our way here or not, but we had learned that there was a lead in the Elfsong Tavern, a spy named Terima, who gathers rumors professionally. Might be a good contact or starting for us. That's what I've written down. I don't know how accurate that is.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's how Varen interpreted the events.
Okay, good job.
Expedient.
Yes. Very nice. So you are in the city of Baldur's Gate. You have been given direction as to roughly where to go to Elfsong Tavern. It's not that far from where you are. You are near the Basilisk Gate, kind of the northeast end of the city. Elfsong Tavern is about 2 blocks south of you, where you are.
I've always
walk that
wanted to
way.
go to the Elfsong Tavern.
Well, now's your chance.
One of the most famous taverns in the realms.
Do they have a good ale?
Tavern.
I wonder if
Did you
it's
just look at
true what they say about that spirit.
What kind of spirit? Alcohol?
Oh, I think it's called the Elfsong Tavern because there's a elf maiden or something who died a long time ago, and her ghost or spirit still occupies the tavern and occasionally emerges to sing songs. Doesn't really cause any trouble, as far as I know. Of course, I've never been there, so this is all rumors. Maybe it's
So if
just
she's dead, we don't have to tip her.
Are all taverns haunted by random ghosts that like sing songs and stuff? Is that like a tavern? I've never been to a tavern.
Every town has one.
As one haunted tavern or one tavern?
You got me. I don't know.
A tavern is a structure built for imbibement, a gathering place.
South?
Like
No,
I've
you said
heard of
it's
a
south.
tavern.
I'm
I've
going.
read books, but I've never-
Okay.
We're all just like standing in the street, being like, "What is a
Walking,
tavern,
walking.
really?"
What is a tavern?
And
Tavern
so
was the
we
friends
will-
made along the way.
I will follow Fen wherever he goes at this point.
yeah,
Lead the way, Fen.
Fen almost like kind of, he can. He's because you've already established that Fen enjoys a good drink, etc. Right? So, yeah, he's able to kind of sniff his way to the Elfsong. On your way there, though, you are seeing the situation in the city, and now that you've been here for the better part of a day, you're seeing that it is quite crowded, and there's a little bit of a sense of unrest going on, whether that's from civilians or militia presence, etc. It definitely doesn't feel the way. Baldur's Gate is not necessarily the nicest city in the first place, and it feels even just a little more unsettled than it normally does. But you do end up finding the Elfsong Tavern. You see a door, you hear some yelling, etc., coming from the inside as you approach.
Sounds friendly. I like it.
How busy does this place look?
On the outside, you can see a few people here and there coming or going, or just kind of loitering around the front, etc. It is I would say probably later afternoon at this point, maybe even early evening, and you're hearing quite a bit of chatter come from inside every time the door swings open.
No, Vess. This might be the most. Looks around a little bit. Mortals I have ever seen in one place before. This location is fascinating.
I do admit, they do seem very excitable. I wonder how many are adventurers. I wonder how many adventures we could
Everyone
find.
we've met is an adventurer. He points to the only 3 people they've met being in the town.
I
I
want to
said,
find
okay,
more.
nerds, let's get a table.
We can have
Okay.
a table. Is it ours?
And it
Can we
has
take it home?
tables.
Get a table
shall
and
inquire.
talk about statistical distribution and making assumptions based on sample sizes of 3.
That is not what I wish to discuss.
Or we could continue to talk about the mortals and just make hilarious assumptions. I am part elf, so I'm game.
Fair.
Do you know more about adventures? And where I can find some?
Oh, I'm sure there are some here in the tavern.
I've heard taverns are a place to get more adventures.
Are we looking to
All right,
find
Ben.
even more?
Let's go inside. Start there.
Can also be a place to find trouble.
Oh, I like trouble.
Well,
I'm good at
we are
trouble.
prepared if necessary. And he like straightens his robes a little bit, kind of rolls his shoulders out, puffs his chest out, and walks in after Ben.
I go to the entrance and say if there's any tables available or if we need a reservation.
You enter and the room is quite, there is a lot of talking going on. Immediately, Finn, you are flanked by a very large half ogre
Ooh.
bouncer that's standing there. And on your left is a suit of armor that seems to be able to move on its own. The half ogre turns to you and says, Make no trouble for the staff. Do whatever you want. But we're not here to protect you.
I kind of look demure and be like, trouble? From a little halfling? Oh, I wouldn't expect so. Thank you, sirs.
Skuna. My name's Skuna.
Oh, what a fine name, Skuna. Hello, I'm Fen. I'm going to have a drink now.
Talk to Alan, barkeep.
What a fine name for him as well. Okay, thank you.
You look around and you see there are people waiting on tables and joking with the clientele. There are many of the patrons you notice are actually well armed. And there doesn't seem to be really any effort into like hiding weaponry or anything like that. There's some huddled around tables in the main room. There's also the private booths. There's in the far upper right corner near the fireplace, there's someone slumped over in a chair. And on the couch, there's another gentleman kind of talking to himself a little bit. But yes, there is an empty table right near the front.
My elegant friends, it's possible I was mistaken about this place. After a quick glance around, this might very well be a tavern where adventurers come to meet.
Oh,
Maybe
perfect.
everyone here is an adventurer.
Vess is still seriously eyes glued the walking
Armor.
sketch of armor. That word. She thinks it's the coolest thing on the planet. Like, there is nothing else that can distract her right now.
Seems like a proper warrior's hall.
We've been seeing normally inanimate objects being animated, for weeks now, I think.
Yeah,
Every couple
Common
days.
occurrence.
Every couple days, we see another object that isn't supposed to be moving of its own volition doing so.
How does it do that?
I think that was part of what we were exploring, right? With those books.
Do you mean a book makes it do that? What kind of book? Can I have it?
Well, some kind of magic. I don't think we ever figured out how it was happening exactly.
There, I
Sounds
want
like
this
we've
kind
got
of book.
more important things to settle now. Anyway, let's get a drink and talk about how we're going to do what we've been conscripted to do.
Yes, my fellow inebriants, rejoice.
Fenn is somehow 2 drinks deep already.
Yeah, Fen, you do see there is a rather tall, slender half-elf gentleman standing at the bar there as well, tending to the bar.
I do a quick scan and I don't see any serving maids. So I'm impatient, and I go up to the front.
Okay.
I do a quick count, forgetting how many people had joined us, and I say, Tavern Keep, 5, and I kind of forget that anyone might have any taste for anything other than
Preferences?
ale. So I just say 5 ales.
All right, Master Halfling. Yes, I'll get your ale coming up here. Yeah. Have you been in town long?
We just arrived.
Well, you've come to the right place for ale, you have. Yes, I will, that table over there, you say? I will have, Fulton or Ymir take it to you.
Oh, much grace. Can I start a tab?
I don't know you, so maybe just you pay up front for now.
Oh, of course, I understand. How much is that? 5 ales.
5 ales, yes, let's make that 10 silver.
I root around in my smaller change purse and find 10 silver, and I hand them over.
Okay. Now sit down, I'll have the boys bring it over to you.
Thank you. And I return.
And so you do notice now on your way back that a couple of these, this gentleman here, he's going around and cleaning tables, etc. The other one must be upstairs at the moment. And so he goes to grab the tray of drinks and bring it over to you. Welcome to Elfsong Tavern. Here's your ale, enjoy.
Thank ye. And I say, there's my 5. Where are your guys' drinks?
Well,
Joking.
oh, okay.
Or like, oh.
Garen was like halfway to standing. Like, oh, okay. I'm not sure I've ever had a drink quite like this.
Nor have I. I've never had. What is this? Ale?
It is fermented grains.
Ah,
So like
natural
moldy?
beverage. Excellent.
Why would you drink that? That sounds. She like
No one tell
sniffs
her.
it.
No
like,
one tell her. Wait for her to see on
What?
her own.
Why would you ferment the grain when you could ferment the fruit?
Bestfriend, don't be rude. This is what the locals consume. And he passes
Sorry,
her
brother.
one.
Best friend instantly just like shrinks a little bit.
They might have fermented fruit. I did not ask.
Why would you want to eat
Perhaps next time.
fermented anything? Fermented means it's bad, doesn't it? I don't understand.
Unless it's good.
You must try the fermented fruit. It is much better than this.
She like sniffs it a little and is like immediately like, that doesn't.
Fermented
Bezrin just like quietly leans over to her brother with like as surreptitiously possible, just like, can I have the fruit one, please?
Have one first brought as a gift, an offering, and it would be rude and culturally insensitive to not try it. Start here,
Okay.
then ask about the fruits after.
Okay.
Straightens up a little bit. I assume it's like a mug, like a stein.
Yeah.
Takes it. Ah!
Fizz just like she's trying to sip hers, but
Yeah.
is secretly looking for like like the like pour it in a pot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
Where's the dog?
Where
nearby
can I-
to just
yeah. That kind of deal.
that, and he like pushes it to the center of the table, was an experience I'm glad I had.
Would you like to experience mine too? I don't think it's my thing.
I believe Fenn purchased himself 5 ales, and we would be rude to keep them from him.
More? Awesome.
Perhaps I should inquire
I think I
About
might
those
enjoy
fruit-
mine.
and Varen will attempt to go acquire something sweeter.
Surrounded by these 5 tankards of ale. It's like,
Yeah. Straight out of the Lord of the Rings. It's like this little halfling by all these massive steins.
yeah.
We call this the Halfling 10.
Yeah. One for each breakfast. Varen will attempt to inquire from the barkeep for something sweeter. Excuse me, barkeep.
Yes.
Possibly, kind of like taps his fingers on the table, kind of looks back at the rest of the group. If I inquire about something, maybe counts. Nemesine also was not a fan of the ale.
No. Smells like
3
socks.
Wheat leaf wine, if you please.
I do have a barrel of Elverquist wine. If that.
Don't know what that is, but that sounds great.
All right, I'll get you some. So he turns around and he pours 3 glasses of wine, and hands them over to you.
Perfect.
You know what? This one's on the house. Just no trouble here. Yeah.
Dream of it. Excellent. He kind of picks them up and then smiles and brings them back to the table. They're like goblet or wine glasses.
Yeah.
Okay. Pass one to Vesserin, one to Nemesine, and be like, this might be a little bit more to our liking. A little bit sweeter. He called it a something.
Elverquist.
An Elverquist wine.
Vesper does not
Write that
hesitate
down.
and immediately takes a big long swig.
Nemesine will like sniff it a bit. And, oh, what fresh hell is this?
The freshest.
The freshest of hells.
Made from natural ingredients. Good for you.
What is this? There's no real
I believe he
alcohol.
called it a wine.
A wine.
Yes. Everquist
Hmm.
wine. Do I know what Everquist is? Is that like a plant?
Elverquist.
Is that- Would it be like a
Good
region or a
question.
family?
Well, it's not capitalized, so yeah, I would assume it's some sort of berry, some sort of fruit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I might have heard of the
Come
fruit
over.
before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Natural ingredients. Good for you.
If you say so.
There are a few things that I know, and one of them is nature is always never dangerous.
Never.
He, like, laughs to himself. Laughs and have burned alive before. This will do great things for your burn. Drink it though, don't put it on there. That won't be.
It's only an internal self.
Ah, okay.
For healing organs and dulling the pain.
As you are hanging around, and especially Vezrin, because you are quite fascinated with what you're surrounded by, although you've been visually fixated on the animated armor and interested now in the wine that you've been drinking, you've also been kind of picking up on some of the conversation in the main room here. You hear a few bits of conversation. First of all, you hear someone say, "I'll bet my last copper piece that those so-called refugees are advanced scouts for an army that's gonna prepare to attack Baldur's Gate." You hear another bit of conversation. The Flaming Fist is decapitated. Captains have already started bickering over who should be in charge now that older Ravengard is gone. And in reply, with Ravengard out of the way, who will be the Grand Duke? My money's on Thalamra Vathampur. Practically born in the sewers she was, more vicious than a swarm of rats. Down here, things seem quite civil. You hear from upstairs a little more every now and then, some raucous yelling and, oh no, etc., that kind of thing from upstairs. Maybe a bit of stomping on the ceiling above you.
After listening to all that, Vess will just like lean over to her brother and quietly as possible whisper it to him, everything that she heard, and then just be like, I'm not sure if this is an adventuring tavern. All of these people seem not very nice.
Well, people here are different. Perhaps
But
it's
are
just
not
their way.
adventurers supposed to be valiant? Valiant.
Well, they should.
You spend a bit of time here, and at one point, all the talking and the noise stops, and you hear an ethereal voice.
There it is.
Tanith and Varen and Vezrin, you speak Elvish, and you understand the words. Sorry, Fen or Nemesis, if you speak Elvish. I don't know if Nemesis does. So
Yeah,
only Fen, which kind of works for the character anyway. The four of you are understanding this song. It is a lament that you are hearing. I will say the words to you. I'm not going to sing it. Although I had a tune in my head at one point, but I'm not going to sing it. Oh, sing a song of Elturel, of water, woods, and hill. The sun dawns on her ruddy cliffs, and fields green and still. This land of long abiding joy, home of strong and brave, renowned by all across the realms and never once a slave. Oh, sing a song of Elturel, who, when foes are at her door, her fields torn by cloven feet from some infernal shore. Arise, the mighty Hell Riders, take up your swift keen swords, then charge into the hellish fray and scatter devil hordes. Oh, sing a song of Elturel, and when the night does fall, sleep safe beneath companions' light until the dawn does call. We're bound by mortal covenant that only ends with death, and so we'll sing of Elturel until our final breath. Tanith, you had mentioned last when you were gathered outside and you were talking to Captain Zodge, you were surprised at your question was what happened to the false sun. And so you picked out the line, sleep safe beneath companions of light, and you realize that is about that fake sun. You also, all of you noticed the word Hell Riders, because that had been mentioned to you before as well. As this song is happening, then you hear from the bar, Alan say, well, never heard that one before. And then as the song ends, the level of conversation continues to rise again in the bar.
Well, that was and, like wipes a tear from the corner of his eye.
I've
Glad
read
we
about
came.
her song, and I've always wanted to hear it, but that's not right. That's not what she usually sings about at all. Those
Does
events,
she always sing the same?
well, usually she sings about events that would, I believe they're maybe as old as she is, but all the events she talked about in her song are recent events.
And one of the wait staff, the one that served you, Fulton, he says, good ear there, Mr. Dwarf, I see are you?
Dwarf question mark.
Dwarf works. I believe the word is dwelf, but there are
Oh.
only a couple others like me ever
Yes,
recorded.
welcome, welcome. But you are right, that is not her usual song. She usually sings a lament about a loved one lost at sea. But yes, this was unusual. Never know when she's going to sing, and I'm just as confused as you might be.
Was there anyone else around in the tavern like really reacting to and processing that song, or were they like, "Huh, that's weird," and then went back to their drinks?
Yeah, there are a few. Let me see if I can't remember. Uh, they all kind of seem to like respectfully quiet down and listen carefully. But for the most part, the noise upstairs has returned. The stomping and the yelling, etc. That's all come back too.
So did we see like an apparition, or was it just like a voice that like you played music through the speakers and just hit the whole bar?
Yeah, exactly. It was just
Okay.
this ethereal voice that filled the room.
Did her voice start before the room quieted down, or did it quiet down in anticipation of her song?
The room quieted down when she started to sing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Everyone here seems to keep like an ear out just in case.
Yeah, you would think, yeah, that the regulars understand, just like Tanith knew, kind of what to expect. Just never know when it's gonna happen.
Well, perhaps someone told her of these events. You mentioned a loved one. Did a loved one from Elturel? From that area originally?
Perhaps, but I mean the Elfsong Tavern's been here for a while. I'm not sure how long it's been since she parted from this life, but all the events that she mentioned, as far as I can tell, they're all recent. I mean, even if she had a lover when she was immortal in Ultrawell, they likely would have been dead as well, long before the things in the song happened. I think.
Is it possible that whatever happened in the song did happen many years ago and is happening again?
That is possible. I'm trying to sort through the song myself and see what it means, but it's also possible that ghosts, I suppose, have ways of knowing that us mortals don't. Sorry,
just thought it was a cool
present
song.
company accepted. I suppose the two of you aren't mortals, but
Tanith, go ahead and roll an history check.
rolled a 14. I have +5 to history,
Okay.
so 20.
Yeah, so you with all your reading, you know a little bit more about the history of the Hell Riders specifically. That the Hell Riders were named long ago when they descended into the nine hells on horseback to fight devils. Most of them had never returned. that's one of the things that you kind of pick out from the song as well.
Oh, so this maybe you are right. This is something that happened a long time ago that is happening again. I'm
Jeez.
trying to analyze the song, and I mean, I heard something there about cloven hooves and whatnot. It almost made it sound like devils were invading Ultrawell or something, and then that Hell Riders repelled them and maybe even chased them all the way back to the nine hells somehow.
You had mentioned some creatures coming from books in a tower somewhere. Are these the same kind of creatures? Could they have been related?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Perhaps
No, I don't
separate?
think they were devils.
Yes, these definitely sound like devils. She mentioned the word infernal and I believe hellish a couple times. Something interesting too about the dawn rescuing them, but a city with a permanent sun over it can never experience dawn.
Sun disappears.
Of course, Lathander,
And
the deity, he sometimes is called the Dawn Lord, I believe. It could be a reference to him, although that would be interesting because I believe the sun was created by a heretic of his faith who believed he was actually a Minotaur. I don't know. This is very confusing. I'm piecing together
possible
speculative
to
things.
find this spirit and again something prophetic needs to be examined closer.
Or at least we have pieces of a riddle that have been given to us in the form of a song, and maybe there are others. I mean, certainly there are others more well versed in history than me who would be able to help enlighten us.
What makes you think it is a riddle or a hidden message and is not just a song?
It just seemed too relevant. I mean, we were just conscripted to do almost to look into this exact thing, and then we come here, and then a song that nobody else has ever heard seems to be related to the very issue.
This
I
all
mean,
just seems like very crazy to me that like I'm just chilling in the library, like doing library stuff, and then you guys show up, and then all of a sudden there's like a portal to this mansion where we almost die. In fact, I did die. And actually died.
Die?
And then we came here and then met you two, and then there was the whole carpet incident. And now we're here just trying to chill more and have drinks, and now there's this like hidden subliminal messages and the song and everything is like a big coincidence. And I would just like to say that I didn't sign up for this when I left the library. I was told that we would just go and ask some questions about the books, and then I almost died again. So are we now going to go talk to ghosts? Because I definitely did not sign up for that.
this
Like
isn't
even like a tiny bit.
coincidence. This is fate. I talked about this before as
Agreed.
well, and to me, this is even more evidence that some force has brought us all together for some reason.
Is it possible to communicate with this force and politely decline its offer for shenanigans?
Oh.
I'm not
How do
sure.
you not want shenanigans?
Yeah, nerd.
Because I am a nerd. I'm much more comfortable reading about shenanigans than performing them myself, because generally when I am involved in shenanigans, lots of things burn down, or people. important
If you
stuff.
read so much about shenanigans, do you not have the urge to be the hero yourself?
I'm not a hero. I'm not the hero type. I don't.
Oh,
I can't.
wait. You're a hero. Accept it.
Fascinating.
We did the
Already
hero
proven
stuff.
yourself part of the cycle.
I'm much more of a danger than a hero. I'm a menace, really. And
You are the villain then.
sure, no,
That's all a
I don't-
matter of
I don't. That's the thing is,
perspective.
I don't want to become the villain accidentally, which seems to happen to me often. I
Would-
don't know if you've noticed. I don't have the
That is
most
so
control over things, and then I accidentally, as I'm raising my hands, use thaumaturgy, and like all the candles blow out. Shit. See?
Awesome.
And yeah, and
I
all the
wonder what
people,
would happen.
all the people in the main room there. What? And the barkeep. Hey, get on that, boy! And he starts quickly going around and relighting all the candles, and
One by one.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, spoopy ghost!
Ooh. You see, like, I'm going to be a lot more harm than help, I am thinking.
What is
That's why-
what is the range of thaumaturgy again? I'm
30
just
feet.
wondering if it affects. Oh, it would affect upstairs then too. Or does,
Uh-oh.
The whole tavern just
and
goes
so
black out.
yeah, so you hear stomping coming from down the steps. Alan, we need the candles relit upstairs. Gotta see the dice. And
Dice.
stomps back upstairs.
See, this goes back to our philosophical discussion. Dice, they're playing games of chance upstairs. But I don't believe in chance. I believe in fate. Just like you said, accidents happen, but I believe that just because something is not what you intended does not mean it is an accident.
Well,
There
how
are
do
no
you know
accidents.
that it is not fate that we have this conversation and then I go back to the library and where it's safe? Maybe that is my fate.
That's
But
not
if
how
you do
that
not
is.
leave your library, how do you expect to master these powers of yours?
Well, I'm just shut up.
Ah, she got you.
If you don't use them, then
That's
all
the
they will
thing is,
be
I think
is
maybe
just
that I just won't use
accident.
them, and I'll just pretend that they're not there. You know,
But
that
that
works
is
for
not
you?
how
nothing
magic
I've tried
works.
seems to have worked
Until you burn your house down. Full
until
of
they
people.
burn
the
the library
library.
down. I've tried on several occasions.
But
If-
there, this is not how magic works, is it? Is it not?
I don't
It must
know. Do you
come
know
out.
something I don't? I've read every book I can find that I'm allowed to read, and not accidentally burn down.
I do know a few things about fire. If you're
Really?
concerned that you may overreach yourself and your abilities may cause uncontrolled spread, perhaps this is the best place. I good understanding of the limits control over such things. Fire is, and he kind of like looks over to Vesrin, something we were born in. You and I do share a thing. I too have died. Burned by flame. Turn. Perhaps that shared experience we continue, as Kenneth suggests, following fate. Perhaps you'll find what you're looking for. Kind of like a little more serious than he's ever been before. Almost
Fen
like
has
1,000
had,
years,
like,
they're like
2
talking
good
to
years
her but
by
not
now.
looking. Yeah.
And he raises his 4th mug and says, "Cheers to that!" And he gestures around the room and looks to the scary person at the next table, and he kind of like slowly puts his beer back down.
You admit that you're well read, Nemosine. Probably the one individual here who's read more than I have. I ask you to ponder this. Have you ever read a story of anyone who found fulfillment by denying a part of herself?
No, I just never imagined that I would be that person, you know? Like, they're just stories. They're made up people. I'm not a made up people. I'm a real people-ish being. He, like, flicks her tail, like, sheepishly.
An element of truth in all stories.
What I'm trying to get at is I'm, like, afraid a little bit. Like, this is all new and big and scary, and I've already died, And then there was like, I can't even trust carpets. Like,
If you weren't afraid, it wouldn't be courage. Courage is not the lack of fear. It's stepping up and doing what fate requests of you, even when you are afraid.
okay, but nobody's allowed to judge me if next time it's the fucking curtains that come after us, okay? How am I supposed to know? And she
And
like
we'll
takes
burn
this
those too.
huge gulp of the wine that she's been like swishing around and then immediately chokes on it. Oh my god. What is that?
The healing
It's burning
balm.
like a little bit. It's in my nose.
If you're concerned next time, you can plug your nose as you drink it.
Is that supposed to help?
Might.
I should try it.
There's only one way to know.
Nope. Nope, didn't help.
Varen will attempt to order another round so that Nemesis can give that a try.
Okay, so Felton comes over to the table. Oh, see that you've gone through what you it's a good afternoon for you all. Anything else that I can get you?
Yes, sir. A leaf platter, and possibly at least 3 more of the Elverquist and ales as well. If you'd be
I'll
so
chip
kind.
in for the Elverquist. I much prefer that to the ale, although I will drink it.
Poor Fen.
4 Elverquists and 4 ales?
Well, the dwarven side of me loves the ale, but the elven side of me wants the wine.
A path of balance.
Them. Like a cocktail.
And he kind of waits there with his hand out.
Yes, and Varen will use Druidcraft and make a beautiful small woven flower bracelet and hand it to him. Of course, for your time. He kind of turns back to the
He
group.
looks at it and goes,
How many
he
silver is that, good sir?
holds it up to Alan at the back there, and Alan, and okay, yeah, I'll get it for you. And he puts it into his pocket, and
It looks better if you wear it around the. Never mind, you got it.
He goes to the bar and he gathers your drinks. In the meantime, now as you're waiting for the drinks, one other person storms down from the upstairs, and they're mumbling and griping. She's cheating again. I know it. Walks over to the bar to sit down.
Very curious to see what's going on up there. If
Sounds
you
quite
excuse
lively.
me for a moment, I'm just going to go try to satiate my curiosity.
Okay,
I head upstairs.
so Tanith goes upstairs.
Anyone going with him?
I'll be back in a few minutes. Don't drink all the Everquist without me.
In this room here, you see 2 large tables. People playing games with dice sitting around the tables, quite lively. Lots of drinks, etc. There's also a gentleman in a cloak sitting on the couch along the north wall there. There are lit lanterns. Now they have been relit. And there are rugs covering the floor. And there are people playing games with dice on these 2 long tables. And they don't really pay attention to Tanith entering the room.
Well, I probably don't know much about the proper decorum or what kind of a insiders club this might be. I'd probably just walk right up to the table and start watching the game. thinking that that is okay, and maybe it is.
Okay, and so you recognize that they're playing a game with several six-sided dice, and the half orc at this table here says, "Hey, you there? Join in the game?"
Are you playing B&B, Bears in Basements?
BB, that is the accurate. Baldur's Bones.
Baldur's Bones.
Not sure what game you're talking about there, but you put in the ante and we play.
What's the ante?
5 gold.
5 gold.
Deep.
You gentlemen play a steep ante. Let me see what I've got. I'm curious enough that I might just do it if I've...
Have you never played before?
Of course I've played before. What's the deception check? Is that what it's called?
You go ahead and roll deception, yeah.
Yeah, of course I've played before. 14 minus 1, 13.
Well, maybe. We could lower the ante if that's... You seem concerned about that. But I can show you how the game works. I mean...
Or I'll watch around.
Sure. So, you see that they each put in some gold. Each player rolls 3 dice. And they proceed clockwise around the table. On their turn, you'll see there are 3 people playing right now that you're watching. Each of them, as it comes to their turn, they either will say stand, which means that they don't roll anymore, or roll, which is that they roll the dice again. When the player stands, it goes to the next player. But the player who rolls takes an additional die and rolls it. It gets around to the person at the south end of the table, and she rolls, and it rolls too high, and she, bust! And she slams her hands down on the table, and the other 2 kind of laugh. As it gets to the half orc, they roll and they get to 20 total with all their dice. I'll stand, says the half orc. The other person next to you there is, I gotta take a chance. Gotta get that 21. There's no way to win otherwise. And so he rolls, bust. And the half orc kind of takes his huge hands and pulls all the coin toward him. Seen enough there? You want to?
Yeah, I think I'll try a round of this game.
Well, let's play then.
Meanwhile, downstairs,
Yes.
Baron has turned to Nemesine and is like, so. Like, takes both of her hands. Describe what dying felt like. Cut back upstairs.
All right.
Wait,
You guys
what?
like bonding over dying is good.
It's like trying to like gently tug her hands back. Physical contact.
He's very intent.
Sorry, say what?
Please. Tell me what dying felt like.
I'd really rather not. If that's all the same to you. I'd rather not
Is that-
relive that, thanks.
Is that a rude question?
It's a bit invasive for someone I've only met for like 3 hours ago?
Like 3 hours, yeah.
You know, I know we bonded over the whole rug incident, but yeah, that's a little weird for me. I don't know what to do. She like keeps looking back at like Fen. Save me.
I didn't die. I just kind of passed out.
Anyways,
maybe ask
cut
Tan if
back
he comes
upstairs.
back.
All right, so the half-orc motions to Tanith, take a seat. And he puts in his ante. He has quite a nice stack of gold there. So he puts in his 5 gold. And the other player, he puts in his coin as well. There's another game of this going on, by the way, at the table behind, next door. So the half-orc starts. And he rolls 11. So now it's Tanith's turn.
Am I rolling 2d6 or
3d6? 3d6.
Okay. Oh, it rolled 4. I guess I'll count the first 3. Sorry, I was clicking too many times. So it should be a 4, 6, and a 3, which would be 13.
Okay, and then the other player also rolls, and he gets a 10. And so the half-orc, then you take 1 more die. He rolls only 1. And then he says to Tanith, 13? You roll or stand?
I'm winning though, right?
There's no winning until you get that 21 and everyone else is out.
Okay, so he didn't stand, he rolled. So I guess I will roll as well.
Okay, so just 1d6 now.
Yeah, so I'm at 18.
18. Okay. And the other person rolls, they rolled a 3, they're at 13. The half-orc goes, he rolled a 4, he's at 16, you're at 18. He looks at you, stand or roll. He's at 16, you're at 18, and the other person's at 13.
Oh, he's in a good place.
You're 50-50.
I'm 50-50 of busting, but I'm much less than 50-50 for beating him. So if you think about him, he's a 16. So if he rolls he can only bust if he rolls a 6. If he rolls, a 3, 4, a 5, he automatically wins, I think. I don't know what happens if we tie. He rolled a 2.
You go on to the next round. The pot continues.
I think I have to do it and hope for the best.
I believe in you. You got this.
22.
Oh.
And the half-orc, yes! Another one. Another one down. So now it's between the half-orc and the other player.
Okay.
The other player rolls a 1. The half-orc, he's feeling pretty good at his spot right now. But he rolled a 6. No! He slams down on the table and kind of raises it up.
Oh, no.
Gold coins go flying, and the other player, more of an elf, human, that one is. He scrambles to pick up the gold. I told you I was going to beat you sometime, he said. And he scrambles to pick up the gold. And sorry, tough luck, but, that was only first time.
There's no such thing as luck. There's fate that I lost.
Okay, sorry about your fate.
Okay, crazy lady.
Listen, I'd love to play all day with you guys, but I've got to go back downstairs and enjoy myself down there. But thank you very much for showing me your game.
Okay. As you walk away, you can hear from the other table, you hear someone say, another one for Tarina. She's always winning, as you walk down the stairs.
Sounds like there's a very good player at that other table.
So do you head down to the main floor?
Head back down and
go ahead and
begin drinking with my companions.
Go ahead and bring your token there.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Wow, that sure was an exciting game upstairs.
There are games upstairs?
Yeah.
Did you succeed?
Baldur's and Bones, I think they called it. B&B?
Baldur's Bones.
Baldur's Bones.
Sounds dirty.
It is.
Sounds spooky. There are bones involved?
Establishment is haunted.
No, just dice.
Oh, that's less exciting. Did you win?
I had fun. So if you call that winning, I also lost 5 gold. So if you call that losing.
Yeah, I call that losing. Hey, this guy has like very interesting questions for you, maybe. You want to? Yeah.
Yes, I did have questions actually. Prior to at least the evil books and everything else that brought you here, you three hadn't met each other before. What brings you out this far?
Brought us all the way from Candlekeep to Baldur's Gate?
Oh, before that.
Oh, I was trying to go to Candlekeep because it's the best library in all the realms, and I've been searching my whole life trying to find someone else like me. It's actually terribly lonely being the only one of your kind. And that's when I found out that there was actually another dwarf who lived a couple hundred years ago. And
Oh,
another
did you find
one
this
who-
person?
who's well, no, I think he's been long dead. I'm sad to say I might still be the only living dwarf, but at least there are now evidence that there have been others like me.
That must be reassuring.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And Fen, what of you? What brings you on this journey of fate?
Fate? Well, I don't know. I just kind of, wanted to explore. He kind of looks sheepishly down at his mug, like he's kind of maybe blushing or shy. He seems unwilling to give the whole story, but he kind of gives up a bit, saying, I I don't know, I suppose it's soul searching, looking for, you go out looking for the world and you hopefully find yourself along the way.
A noble goal. I hope you find it.
Thanks. And he holds up his last mug of beer and he downs it.
An air cheers.
And you hear the elven song again sing, taking a break from the world today takes everything you got. But in Elvish.
And we all just vibe for a little bit.
Would you like to go away?
Which one of these guys is Tony
Sometimes I
Dan?
want to go
I don't know.
to the Elfsong Tavern.
But I met this
Play its own
psychologist
ads.
I met this psychologist at the bar who's so interesting he could probably have his own show.
Mm. Well, should we?
Oh yeah, we were here for a
Business,
reason,
then?
weren't we?
Yes, we were looking for an individual named Tarima, I believe. Someone
You
who
think it's
trades
that
in
scary person I
rumors.
made eye contact with before?
What, Tarima? Is that the name they called out of the person who was winning all the games upstairs?
I mean, I think so. I don't know if
I don't know,
any
dude.
vendors know
What
that.
was their
Yeah,
name?
I mentioned that to you. Maybe I'm getting this mixed up because I'm bad at remembering names longer than 3 seconds. But I think that's what I just heard is Tarima wins another one. She's just upstairs if that's who we're looking for. She's really
Oh,
good at
perfect.
that game. So good, in fact, that one gentleman came down here angry and accused her of cheating.
Wow. The unskilled will often say that those better than them are using unfair means. If we seek to gain her favor, we should not doubt her skill, at least not publicly.
Well, Fen has down 10 units of halfling courage. So
Perhaps then it's time to go.
he kind of straps up his suspenders and says, "Well, I think it's about time I find my destiny." And he struts up. He's like, "Someone else's destiny is going to run out of luck."
That's the spirit,
Love
Fennel.
it.
Perhaps
So
we should.
Finn,
I'm gonna go with him.
Finn heads
Yeah.
upstairs, yeah. So go ahead and
Me
move
too.
your token to the bottom map if you're going upstairs.
I definitely want to see this.
I suppose.
I hear there's fun games up here. Wow, look at all, there's a whole other world up here. How's everyone doing?
This guy's taking a break. He rage quit his last game, so he's just hanging out there on the couch. And then yes, there is another game going on in the back there. These people here aren't currently playing, but there is some dice on the table.
We have to play this game to gain their trust.
I kind of have a moment of clarity, and I look to Tanith, and I'm like, "Am I at the right table?"
Over. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong
He
token,
gestures,
sorry.
and I'm like,
Over
looks like
over here.
all the luck. Luck or destiny? Is this the table with the destiny?
It is, Fen. It is.
Yeah, good job, you did it.
You see this, you see two, rather regular-looking commoners, tavern frequenters, as well as a woman with a hood on. She barely looks over toward you, and she just says, 2 coin, 2 gold, ante, if you're gonna play.
Well, 2 gold. I can do that.
I confidently take out my non-change purse and take out my larger coin purse and find 2 gold pieces, twiddle it in my fingers, and place it on the table.
She motions to the other 2 people that were playing, and she, motions to them, and they throw in their coin as well. You can see she has a decent stack, even 10, definitely higher than what the half-orc had as well. She looks around, and the rest of you want to play?
You've been having a good night.
Yes, I have.
Nemesis will sit next to Tanith and be like, "Yeah, okay, you talk a little about fate, so let's go. Let's see what all this fate's about. All the destiny
you accept-
nonsense."
Woven bracelets.
Sir, you put in a woven bracelet?
Yes.
She looks at you. No, not at this table.
Okay. He stands back up. I don't have any money.
Okay, so who's all playing?
Ben and I?
Fen, Tanith, and Nemesis?
Oh,
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
you getting in or no?
Got Fen, and then you got that commoner, another commoner, and Tanith and Nemesis. Okay. So they each put in 2 gold. The rest of you do as well? Or sorry, Nemesis, Fen, and Tanith, you each put in 2 gold?
I put
Yep.
2.
Okay. She pushes the dice toward Fen. You get to start there.
Perfect. Okay, I roll them.
Observe them best. Learn their custom.
9.
Okay. And then on to the commoner. Rolls an 8. And the other commoner rolls, a 17.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay, Tanith. Nemesis, you're next.
A
What am I
3,
rolling?
3d6.
a 3, a 1, and a 4. So that's 8.
Okay, Nemesis.
I also got 8.
Okay. And then the person at the table that definitely seems to have the most authority here rolled 11. Back to Fen. Now, if you wanna roll, you roll 1d6.
Aha. I roll. So now 6. I'm at 15.
Okay. And the counter rolls. I got a 6, so 14. This counter was at 17. She's looking at that pile of gold and, kind of almost licking her lips, looking at it. And so she rolls, but she got a 5, so she busts. She walks
Oh
away.
no.
Get out of here.
Yeah, she steps back.
You're bringing bad juju to the table.
Okay, Tanith.
All right. I rolled a 5, so that's 13.
Nemesis.
We're just rolling 3 again.
No, 1.
one.
1d6.
4, so that's 12.
Okay. And a 1, so she's at 12. Okay, Fen, you're at 15.
I roll. I'm at 17 now.
Okay. The counter at 14 goes for it. He's at 16. And Tanith.
A 6. What was I at? 13? I'm at
13.
19.
So you're 19.
Oh, boy.
Okay, Nemesis.
6, so 18.
I'm getting
Okay,
close.
yeah,
This is
it's
exciting.
getting close. Okay, and then she rolls. She's got a 15. Okay, Fen, you're at 17.
I roll. I hope I don't bust. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, 22. I got a 5 on my 17. Ooh.
She kind of smirks a little bit. Bad luck next time, little one. Okay, onto the counter there. Ooh, the counter is at 20. And he says, stand, yeah, I'm not even rolling again. He's at 20. 10, you're at 19.
Oh, I was going to hold, but I can't because somebody's at 20.
That's all right.
So I've got to try to risk it for the biscuit.
Land that too. Did you get
Did
it?
you get it?
I did, actually.
Holy.
That was super lucky.
So you got
That's amazing.
You got the 21?
Yes, I was at 19. I rolled
Okay.
2. I'm making sure I'm doing the math right, but yeah.
Okay, nice. Good job.
I would not have rolled if that other person was not at 20. So that was...
When your roll rolls across tables, she doesn't lift her head, but you can see her kind of smirk a little bit. And Nemesis, you're at 18.
Okay, I have to roll, right?
Yeah.
I got a 3.
You got a 3?
You also get a 21?
Also 21.
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
like you can't see it, but it's a 3.
Okay.
Fake
Nice.
who?
Okay. So she now it's not so much of a smirk as more of a Yeah.
Like look sideways at Tanith, like
Yeah.
spooky.
And she also rolls what she needs to get to 21.
8.
So Fen is out. The counter has to roll a 1, but he busts. So she looks at Tanith and Nemesine. All right. So, you want to keep playing?
What happens in this scenario?
Well, we might raise the stakes a little bit, or what's it worth to you to get this gold? Perhaps we each put in one more.
And we start over? Is that?
Yes, so just
the
the
pot
three of us,
road.
though.
All right, I'm game.
Watching this, can I roll an insight on her?
Sure.
Is she cheating? Like, she was confident about that final roll.
Go ahead and roll insight, yeah.
Alright.
Can I roll an insight on the wizard next to me? He's probably not a wizard. But is he all right?
17?
Is he asleep?
He died 20 years ago.
Sorry,
no one else actually sees him.
you rolled a 17?
Yeah.
You don't, like, you're not noticing anything in particular that she's doing or anything
Okay.
like that.
Lean over to Vess. She's very good at.
Sorry, so do Tanith and Nemesine each put in one more
Oh,
gold?
sorry, I will. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and she does too. Okay, she passed the dice over to Tanith.
Okay. I'm using Google now. Roll 3d6. A 6, a 5, and a 3. That's 14. It's a little high for first roll. I like lower.
14. Okay, Nemesine.
11.
And she rolls also 14.
Okay.
Tanith.
Hey. Oof. Pressure's on. 1d6. 3. That makes me have 17. Oh, that's a scary number.
Nemesine.
Not enough to win, but it's enough to bust.
1,
Up.
so 12.
Okay, and she rolled a 2, so she's at 16.
Oh, that's like the perfect number.
Of course it is.
Come on, you guys got this. Come on.
Oh.
Cool dice. I like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's the Neapolitan,
Neapolitan, yeah.
Cool.
ice cream dice.
Nice.
He's a guy in Edmonton makes these dice. Okay, so Tanith, are you gonna stand or roll?
No, I have to roll. 17 is not good enough to win, and I only have a 33% chance of busting here. I've got a 67% chance of improving my odds, so let's do it.
For someone who believes in destiny, you sure count numbers a lot.
You get
you get?
21.
I got 21 again.
Oh my
That was
god.
super lucky.
Wow, nice.
8 for sure.
And Nemesine?
They're gonna start accusing me of cheating.
6, 18.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Okay, and she was at 16. She rolled a 5.
Oh,
I bet you did. You can hold up a 5 to me all you want.
Whatever number I got, that's
So what happens? Do I have to roll again and
So
see if I get it?
Nemesine, you have to decide either you're out or you're gonna try and stay in.
what are you
Wow,
at,
you got-
Nemesine?
You're already losing.
18.
You roll.
Yeah.
Hey.
you-
Here
Yeah.
we go. Party
Come on,
card.
3. Come on, 3. Come on, 3.
You can do it.
This is crazy.
Oh my god.
This is a never-ending game.
Wow. She looks a little bit. You can see now her lip kind of curls a little bit, like.
I elbow the old man next to me and I gesture towards the table and I'm like, "Do you believe that?"
And he kind of, he takes
Do you
out
believe in-
a notebook and a small quill. Yes, I will add it to my play, I think. What was happening again? What? Tell me again, little one. What's going on here?
3 of these people just got 321s. Do you believe that?
Oh, yes, that'll make an exciting part of my play for sure.
Repeatedly, too.
And he jots it down. All right.
This game is more suspenseful than I expected it would be.
Yeah, she looks at you and, perhaps we need to make this more interesting. And she puts out 5 more gold into the pot.
If I put 5 more gold in, that's all I've got.
Same. Pretty much. I only have 10
We're
gold left.
sleeping in the dirt tonight.
Currently, the pot is 15.
Okay,
But but she just put 5 more in.
I guess I'm going to do it because I can't walk away now. Gambler's fallacy or whatever that's called.
Sunk cost?
Not cost fallacy. That's
Yep.
exactly what it is, but
Yep. Well,
Yeah,
I put
Nemesis
3
is-
gold in, so I guess now I have to put in
Yeah.
5.
I think I'm also RPing a dwarf who doesn't want to walk away from gold, so...
I like it.
Nemesine's just like high on the adrenaline now. And she's like, yeah, whatever. Let's go.
This fate is a hell of a drug.
Right? I like
Stop smack talking and let's go.
Okay,
Yeah.
this time so all of you have put in. Okay, so the pot is now 30 gold. She passed the dice to Nemesine. You try. You try first.
7, 12.
12.
Are they all using the same dice, or are they all using different?
Yeah, the dice get passed around the table.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then she rolls. She gets a 9. Tanith.
Okay, 3d6. 2, 2, 3. That's 7.
Okay.
Zeben?
Nemesine, you were at
Correct.
12.
That didn't sound elvish
2,
or
so
dwarven.
14.
14.
Then
She rolls 4, so she's at 13. Tanith.
All right. One more d6, so I'm at 7. I rolled a 5, so that is 12.
Okay, Nemesine, you're at 14.
And 4, so 18.
Okay. She rolls a 2, she's at 15. Tanith, you're at 12.
I am. Is it my roll?
Yeah.
3, I'm at 15.
Okay, Nemesine, you standing or rolling?
What happens if I stand? Like, if they go above 18, I have to roll after that, right?
Yeah.
I'll stand for
you
now.
stand and then roll later.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question, actually. I'm trying to remember with, like, there's basically 21.
Or is it like, I hope that they both bust, and I stand at 18?
Okay, it says otherwise they can keep rolling additional dice until they either stand or break. So you stood, so that means you'd be done at 18.
Right, and then I just hope that both Tanith and what's her name
break.
bust,
Yeah.
which would make me.
Yeah. That's right.
No, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
Believe in me.
Wait.
Part of the cards team.
Fate. 3.
Nope. Rolled it into my lap. 2.
2.
Okay.
You're at
Okay.
20.
Okay.
20.
That's good.
Okay, she rolls. She rolled a 2, so she's at 17. Tanith, you're at 15.
I am.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, I can't bust, so that's the good thing. Okay.
Get that 6.
Oh, I'm really hoping for that 6.
Yep. Get that bread.
I'm gonna hit the roll button and see what happens. 4. So that is 19.
Nemesis, you're at 20. Are you gonna stand or roll?
No, I'm gonna stand.
She's almost getting a little bit kind of impatient, as in like you should know how this works now, sort of thing. Okay, she's at 17. She rolls. I wish I could
4.
show you my roll.
Gosh darn.
A 3.
Oh, okay.
She's also at 20. Tanith,
Okay, well, I have
You're-
no choice.
you have no
I have no choice here. I'm probably gonna bust, but I gotta do it. If I roll a 2, I feel like I have to pull my camera up and show you the dice roll or something. But okay, I'm gonna hit the roll button and 5.
Ah,
yeah.
shoot.
The lucky streak ends.
Yeah.
She turns to Nemesis. Looks like it's coming down to you and me, young one. What else you got there? Anything else to put in the pot?
Druid craft and a light breeze, autumn leaves, rose petals, plus whispers on the wind.
What's
She kind of swats them away from the stuff. Yeah.
what was the ante?
It was 2, but you're out.
I was gonna try to be like, if you're out, I can help you stay in the game if you're out of money.
Oh, I see.
A little bit more.
Well, she didn't give a number. She said, "What do you got?" Right?
Yeah.
What do you got to keep
Maybe
this
she'd be willing to
interesting?
trade in information instead of gold pieces.
Do I have that? Ugh.
Perhaps.
I guess I could.
What
put
if we ask for that and then see what she's willing to put against it? Maybe something done.
I don't know if Nemesis would think that way.
I'm literally saying it out loud across the room to you.
Oh, are you just yelling? Maybe there's
I mean,
information.
we're not that far apart. Or saying out loud to Fen and Vest, weren't we here for information or something?
We're buying
My
it.
passive perception is 10, so
I mean, it's regular speaking volume. Your call.
Hey, Joel, you said no one's playing at the other table, right?
Yeah, they're all kind of watching now.
Is the dice still on the other table?
Yeah, there are dice there.
I'm gonna walk over there nonchalantly and pick up the 3 dice at the other table and just kind of put them in my hand. Look like I'm playing with them or whatever. I'm not really. And then maybe wander back over and look like I'm gonna continue watching the game.
Okay.
I will ask the lady, do you have something in mind?
Gold is what most people need here, but just curious what else you might need.
What else? Sorry, you cut out. Did you ask what I need?
Yes.
Well, and she'll glance over at Varen and be like, well, we kind of need some information, maybe?
Well, that would
Maybe-
be more like taking from the pot, would it not?
Well, what would you ask for in exchange? What is an equal compensation?
She once again kind of nods. She looks at the other patrons and gives them a little bit of a head bob, and they start to walk away. As if a couple of them go downstairs, etc. But the playwright, he stays. He's writing down notes every now and then. He's like, "Oh yes, that would be a good idea." And she says, "I have some. Well, you wouldn't call them friends so much, but acquaintances that they're looking for me, and they have arrived in town. They might be here shortly. When I win, you stay, and you just help me out with them. And if you do so, I might have something that you are looking for. I am a person with many connections."
Heard that about you, Tarina.
And she looks, "You've heard my name."
Barkeep downstairs, man.
He can't keep his mouth shut. I win, you stay, and you keep me alive. You win. Well, if you want the information, you'll stay and keep me alive.
Okay, so either way, I'm keeping you alive, which is something that I am very good at. Yep.
There's a lot
in
at
fact, my specialty is not killing people or making them die in any way.
There's a lot at stake here, and I'm not willing to call you a cheater yet, but I have to say you're very, very lucky. Why don't we just make sure that it's your good luck and use these dice from the other table?
Yes, I don't have a problem with that. Do you need me to switch stools or tables or put my cloak on the other way? What other sort of idea do you have that might prevent me from cheating?
It's not just a matter of the luck. You seem to be very confident of the results before they're even determined.
She makes a big show of it. She starts to dust off a different stool and switches the stool. Maybe it was the stool that was giving me good luck. Now I'll sit on this one. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
Or maybe it's just fate. Who knows? But I am getting a bit suspicious, and because so much is on the line now, I just want to make sure that everything's on the up and up. That's all.
Fine by me. Now, are we playing, or she looks at Nemesis? We playing, or
Yeah, let's go. Do we start over?
we do?
I'm gonna be intently watching her to make sure she doesn't do any weird hand gestures or
It's fucking
somehow
madness or some shit.
switch one of these dice with a loaded dice or something when we're not looking. I don't know what she's doing.
Okay. All right. She passes the dice to Nemesis.
Maybe she's using magic for all I know.
14.
14.
She ever rolled first, or she always passed the first roll to someone?
She rolls a 13. Nemesis.
2, so 16.
16. Okay. 3, also 16.
Well, Nemesis.
What am I at? 16?
Yeah.
5!
man.
You could have just held that up. So she looks, that's impressive.
That seems like
She
visibly
rolls.
funny.
1.
Uh-oh.
She's at 17.
Or less.
She shoves the pile of gold over to Nemesis. Yes.
Ooh.
Did I win?
You have one, little one.
I accidentally used thaumaturgy again and blow out all the candles.
And the room goes dark. Who of you has dark vision? I think Tanith. Oh,
I will use produce flame as quickly as possible
okay.
to relight the room.
Okay. So there's some light now coming from Varen, but the room otherwise is dark. And but a couple of you can see in the dark anyways with dark vision.
I think it's everyone but Fen, actually.
Poor Fen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blinded for a bit.
That's right. But the light is now coming from Varen. And so you just got 30 gold.
Nice.
Wow.
I will give
Or
the gold back that Tanith and everybody else put in. So
Thank
what's
you.
that? 2 for Fen, 2 for Varen, and 7 for Tanith.
I think it's
And
8, right? I
5?
think I did 2, then 1, then 5. Is that?
Well, you lost 5 in the first.
Oh, right. I lost. If you meant all the gold that I put in so far, then it would be
For this
7.
game.
just for this game. I think it was 8, right?
No, it was 2.
7.
2
9.
each. You each put in 2 to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, 3, sir, because you also played in the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second round was a tie, right? Too. So then we played in the third round, which I thought we put 5 more in.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you're right. Sorry.
So 8. So 30 less 8 is 22. Less 2 for
Yeah.
Varen is 20. Less 2 for Fen is 8.
That's also why the pot was so big.
Yeah.
Okay. The light goes down, but then Varen produces light. At that moment, you hear quite a bit of a ruckus from downstairs. And you hear a large voice, "Where is she?"
ooh, we've not rested.
Mhm.
And,
I'm out of spells.
Do we count any of this as a short rest?
oh, yeah, sure. We could say you had a short rest. So go ahead and roll whatever you want for a hit die.
I need to ask her about the Van Dumpers or whatever their names were. I'm trying to remember.
I guess I got wild shoot back. That's
That's not nothing.
but I'm out of spells, which means I'm also out of if this combat-y.
So we'll have to get creative.
From across the room, these loud stomping sounds come up the stairs. You can hear quite a ruckus downstairs as well. And these rather unsavory looking characters come up the stairs. The one in front is quite large and imposing, and even from 30 feet away, you could smell like he just stinks. He smells like salt water and body odor and every bad thing to
Use
do with.
thaumaturgy to make them smell better.
Yeah, maybe. And
I'm
he
looking.
Dust and just blow all the air the other way.
he looks directly at Sharina. Ah, your time has come, you cheat. You take off from us, you take what we have. Now, we're gonna take it back.
I assumed she was a cheat too, but actually our friend just beat her in the game, so perhaps I was mistaken, and perhaps you are too. She could just be very lucky.
Enough out of you. Look, this ends between you and I. Tarita, your time has come. and he wields a very nice, giant-looking scimitar that makes a shing sound as he takes it on.
Actually, I believe we just made an accord with Miss Tarima here, which I believe does mean you have a quarrel. It is with all of us. Perhaps
I
we
know
can solve this another way.
I'm new to this game, but that's not a legal move, is it? Pulling out a sword and attacking someone if you feel slighted?
Look, my quarrel isn't with you. And if you've got gold to cover what she took from us, then we're good. But I don't think you have that kind of gold.
I don't think I do either.
How much are we talking?
Look, we're not playing games here. If you got 5,000 gold, then we're good.
Fen puts his pack down, grabs his shield and sword out, and kind of stands in front of the old man to like,
Protect the old man?
yeah.
The old man is furiously writing things down for his play.
Uh-huh.
So he walks into the gaming area of the tavern and then says, "We're not playing games here." I'm like, well, then you're in the wrong place. That's exactly what we do here.
Okay there, Spider-Man.
Yeah. Can I insight check this guy? Is it actually 5,000 gold, or does he really just want to pick a fight?
You could inside check him, yeah.
15?
He looks serious. Yeah.
Okay.
What does he look like? A human, or is he?
Yes, he is a human. He has a his right eye is kind of cloudy. As I described before, you get a sense that he does not bathe. He smells like rotting fish.
Are his cohorts also humans?
Yes.
You're thinking
Am
the
I-
same thing I'm thinking?
Am I still holding the only light in the room?
That's where my head went.
I got you.
He starts to approach Tarina. He ignores Fen, and Tarina stands up on the table.
Is Tarima also human? What I will do, because Produce Flame is a cantrip that I'm concentrating on, is the second, like if this is going to become a combat, I am immediately going to drop Produce Flame, and we're gonna go dark, especially if she's a half elf. Which might be unfortunate for Fen, but I think overall we get a leg up on that.
Yeah.
And I think enough of our attacks will generate bursts of light that might be okay.
You can't actually. Here's what I'll say. You can't tell because she's been wearing a hood all this time.
Fair.
You know, there are certain key things that you look for, such as the ears, that you wouldn't. But you know what? Vezern and Varen, you do have the best line of sight on her, and you are elves. So you might have a pretty good idea of
You want me to roll for it?
other facial features. So maybe roll nature, the two of you.
Ooh, a dirty 20. Got a 19 plus 1.
And
Nat 20.
Oh, okay, wow.
Dang, girl.
Yeah, the two of you, between the two of you, you get a sense she is not an elf. She is a human.
Okay. Well, yeah, if this is a fight, I would like to hold dropping Produce Flame right as the fight starts.
Well, he is like walking over the table, and he's just dead set looking at Tarina.
What's she doing?
She's
on the table.
She's
She looks rather
standing
imposing.
on the table as well.
Is
And
she weapons drawn, or is she like
She
just
does
standing?
have a weapon drawn.
I guess Fen, priority to you. He's walking by you. Do you want to do anything, or are you gonna chill for now?
That's hard because my priority is to like keep this old man safe, and if But I'm quickly realizing that a fight might be like peace might be irredeemable. We can't probably talk these people down.
Really doesn't seem interested in talking.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think
If you're
my
gonna attack, then we roll initiative.
I feel like it isn't my place to be the person to start it, considering I feel like it's something between this interloper and Tarima. But if I uh, can get an upper hand and not take a first hit, that might be wise option as well. So yeah, let's have some fun.
Yes.
Um, I think Fen has felt left out from the last session, so he does a bonus action of rage
And
and
the
Oh.
10 courages.
Oh, wow,
Wow.
this escalated. I was gonna say if any of you are skilled at persuasion or have any enchantment magic, now is the time to convince
I'm
him violence
out.
is
I
not the
have
way. And take a
only
bath for
cantrips.
God's sakes.
I'm actually proficient in persuasion somehow.
Oh yeah.
I
I'm
can
glad
charm
someone is.
him if we really want to, but I don't know.
Hi,
very well.
Elliot.
Say hi.
meow.
I
So
like
so
it.
this enormous guy is walking. He's like throwing a stool over, and he steps onto the table, and he is just looking straight at Tarina. She's standing on the table with her weapon drawn, and Varen, you, the flame in your hand goes out, and the room goes dark. And that is where we stop for the night.
Awesome.
That is where we'll start. Let's hear a sound effect for the flame going out. Nice. Yeah. Okay.
And like as the light fades, there's just like this dark smile that comes across Varen's face.
But nobody else can see it.
I can.
Well, yeah, Fen and the other humans can't see it.
Yep.
So that is where we end off. We hope to see you next time. Good night, all.